It's gender neutral, it's non-contact. It provides an alternative as far as improving your soccer skills.
Being able to come here for pride, I've been doing it for the last 6 years, do whatever I can to be able to show my involvement.
I was actually donating 100% of the money I made to people with cancer.
I'm AJ Nwosu, CEO of TechBall USA.
My name is Reggie Bullock, social justice warrior.
My name is Tebay Atkins. I'm a yoga teacher and a vegan chef, and this is my hustle.
First time I got on the tee, I hit like a 300-yard drive down the fairway, and nobody could believe it. I'm like, shit is easy. Come back 30 minutes later, I couldn't hit the ball. I'm J.R. Smith, and this is my passion. Striped it. My name is J.R. Smith. I'm 36 years old, and I'm a college golfer. I'm self-taught. My first time playing, I was with in a fundraiser at Rashard Lewis's first fundraiser, and Moses Malone finally got me out the cart and got me to swing a golf club. So that was my first person who inspired me to play the game. Being a 36-year-old freshman, man. It's weird because I get like this new old vibe. Like everything is so new to me because I've never been to school and stuff like that. So it's a very weird feeling that I really like though. For me, listening to Ray Allen about how people look at us as athletes, and especially black athletes, it really inspired me to go to school. It really stuck with me, trying to continuously to elevate myself as a man. What made me choose North Carolina A&T is they had a great liberal studies program. Initially, I wasn't going to school and play golf. I was just going to go to school and try to get my degree. And I looked at a lot of HBCUs, and it was just the perfect match for the curriculum, to having distance learning and whatnot. And then out of nowhere, distance learning went from 100 to damn near 0, and I had to go on campus because I started playing golf. I had to try out. I played two rounds with the coach because that was the main focus. And people kept saying like, "Oh, J.R. Smith's going to join the golf team. J.R. Smith's going to join the golf team." His first initial reaction was like, "Whoa, can he even play?" And once I showed him that, everything else took off from there. But it was really, for me, it meant a lot because it wasn't like he was looking at me as a superstar who's just going to bring money to the school or to the sport. And for me, it was something I had to earn, and it was I gained a lot of respect for him. My goals for my golf career, I want to have tournaments and do more inclusion of minority communities and try to really grow the game. I feel like there's a lot of kids who don't have the opportunity just because they don't have the funds. A putter goes $300, a driver's $500, a set of irons is $1,200, and a rubber basketball and football is $12, $5, and it's just easier and cheaper to play the game. So being able to find ways to implement more minority communities who can afford the game. There we go. It feels really good to be the first professional athlete to sign an NIL deal, just because I don't want my peers to think that once they're done with their professional sport, it's over. I really want to get that message across to them, is where you can do multiple things other than just play basketball. Like if I wanted to, I could have got my degree when I was playing. It would have been a little bit more strenuous on my time, but I mean, you get so much free time. It's plenty enough. I mean, for us as professional athletes, we get so spoiled and people catering to us, and the things we have, everything else is going on is so much more important, or the game is so much more important than everything else, and then it's really not. When I'm on a practice range, and even when I'm about to hit my shots on the course, I try to envision every shot I want to hit. Try to see the hole, whatever hole I'm trying to play, what it looks like, stuff like that. And try to take it into account so when I'm there, it's like I did it already.
What's the most common question you get on campus?
The most common question, it's everybody's first question. How was it playing with LeBron? And the second question is, where is LeBron? I'm like, if I'm sitting here with you, how do I know where he's at? So, I don't know. Playing along with LeBron was amazing. The opportunities you get on the court alone is just, I never shot that many open shots because Kelly, K-Love, and Kyrie attract so much attention. But the way he was able to manage the games and manage practices and stuff like that, for me, it was probably like one of the greatest experiences to have. My favorite player in the NBA right now, I would say Ja Morant, either Ja or Melo. I mean, watching them two, I mean, obviously they're two totally different players as far as point guards, but the way they think the game, the way they get their teammates involved, as well as be able to score the ball and take over. For Ja, somebody who plays above the rim the way he does and can still dish and score, and I feel like I haven't seen in a long time. LaMelo's such a huge point guard. He gives you that magic vibe, a bigger point guard, and push the ball, and really loves getting guys involved. I want to give it to the youth and the younger guys right now, because obviously LeBron is LeBron, KD and Kyrie and those guys, Steph. But for me, I really enjoy watching the younger guys play.
I'm not thinking about nothing. As soon as I start thinking about something, it's gonna be in the trees. No, I'm honestly, I am though. I'm trying to get used to bringing the club closer to my body, so I'm not cutting it as much or turning it over right to left as much. I'm just trying to hit the 3 or 4 yard draws. And for me, it's like when I get out there and I get to pushing, I always take this right shoulder and come across, and it creates that spin. So I'm trying to get used to dropping it back into that slot consistently.
For me, I mean, school is more important. I'm not one of these younger guys who's, trying to go pro. I've lived my dream, and I'm pretty satisfied in that. Obviously, you want to be as competitive as you can be, but being realistic, this is my second dream. So it's not an end-all be-all for me, and I realize that for me more than anything is I continuously set these academic goals for myself.
I can't even describe the feeling, I ain't even gonna lie to you. But bro, when I tell you 4.0, when I tell you some you work for, oh my God.
I'm trying to be as competitive as I can be within the classroom just as well as the golf course. And so I'm trying to flip that narrative for myself more than anybody else.
Coming up next.
We do what we do because people want to be different.
We get the randomest things come to us, where Quavo's like, I want to have 1,000 horsepower in my Monte Carlo. I'm like, okay, we'll get it done.
We do what we do because people want to be different. This is my wife's Mini Cooper that I built her when we had our daughter.
We get the randomest things come to us, where Quavo's like, I want to have 1,000 horsepower in my Monte Carlo. I'm like, okay, we'll get it done. This is wood fabrication, anything from speaker boxes to center consoles, and then my metal shop. Always something crazy going on in this room.
We built this brand from nothing. This is built off of hard work, and at the end of the day, it's making people's dreams a reality.
I'm Ryan Friedlinghaus, CEO of the world famous West Coast Customs, and this is my hustle.
I started the business in 1993 with really a dream to build a shop with everything under one roof. We started out in a small city called Laguna Niguel, 1,500 square foot building, and now we're in Burbank, California in a 60,000 square foot building. I really want to be able to do everything myself under one roof, because when you start relying on people and you got to worry about their schedules, it doesn't really always align with your schedule. And when I deal with these clients I deal with, when you tell them something's going to be done, it's got to be done. We do what we do because people want to be different. That's why I'm fortunate enough to be able to sit with clients that can afford anything in the world and be able to create them this vehicle that they can't just go out and buy. It's really whatever the customer can dream, we figure out a way to build it. From a complete car from scratch, to a body kit that doesn't exist, to just a simple wrap, wheels, tires, tint. Anything you could really think to do to a vehicle or something that involves a vehicle, we can build it. We built this brand from nothing. People start businesses and they start things off of whether it's family money or whatever, and this was built off of hard work and really a dream to create this facility that you're gonna see now from nothing. And I think to be able to just say you did that is pretty amazing. This is Musa, head of our design, and he's also working on a branded vehicle right now for Santa Ana College. It's a mobile welding truck.
We bounce idea very quickly, and especially if he already have something in mind, and I'll just put it on paper.
It's cool because we'll sit with the client, we'll go over their ideas, Musa will take notes, and then he'll start sketching, and then the sketch turns into a digital rendering, and he just sketches it right in front of me and blows my mind every time, still today. I think that's what makes this work really well, is being able to take some ideas that I have in my head, put them on paper, and then now we're building something that was just imagined. So Musa will do his thing, and then we'll make sure with engineering that everything is good, and then from there we'll start building it.
So this is our clean room where we break down cars and we put them back together. We also film a lot of our content in this room. We lit it really nice. So it's just got some good branding and it looks good on camera. Then here we have a Hellcat Durango that we're building one-of-one wide body kit for. We designed it with the customer, and then what we do is we glue the foam on here and we hand shape it to give it the look and the style that we're looking to get. And then from there we'll hard coat it and it becomes a mold, and then that mold becomes the part that we produce. We get the randomest things come to us, you know? We have Quavo's Monte Carlo that we're putting all brand new Camaro interior and drivetrain in, where Quavo's like, I want to have 1,000 horsepower in my Monte Carlo. I'm like, okay, we'll get it done. Body work being done on a new Tesla from an accident to a Rolls-Royce restoration. This is wood fabrication, so basically anything from speaker boxes to center consoles to molds get done in this room. And then next to it is my metal shop. Always something crazy going on in this room. So right now this is an original Suburban that we put a brand new Escalade underneath it. It'll have the drivetrain of a brand new Escalade with the interior of a brand new Escalade, but the body of an original Suburban. These are those unique projects that are one-of-ones that I think why people really come to us to make something personalized. This is Oscar De La Hoya's original truck. He brought it to us, Ryan, I want to restore this. That brings back memories for him, and for us to be able to restore it and bring it back to life, that's going to be pretty cool for West Coast as a brand. I created this catwalk. We need to do a catwalk where we can give tours to people, give them the bird's eye view of what happens, but it doesn't disturb the lower shop. I need to keep working, so we need to figure out a way to do both. Give back to the fans, but also be able to keep the flow of the business going. Behind me is cars that we have in storage, from builds that we're getting ready to start to builds that we've already done. These are 4 of Will.i.am's cars. But overall, seeing the shop from up here, I think gives people a different perspective of how big the shop is. It's massive. And seeing it on TV and seeing it in person is 2 different things. So the tours are definitely something I wanted to do forever. And then this wall is really to bring people back to the way things used to be, which was you were cool if you're in magazines, you know? And so I took some of the plaques that I had made throughout that journey and put them on the wall, so when we start the tour, people get to really see really where it started, you know, back then when that was everything. All the advertising, we used to pay for full page ads in Mini Truckin' magazine to promote the business. It's crazy to just see how the evolution has changed. Everything's on your phone. You want to advertise something, right on your phone.
I think the Mario Kart is a perfect example of where the business for us flipped. Somebody sent us a digital asset, which is now called an NFT. It was like, hey, we need to create this in the real life, but it needs to be exactly like this for Nintendo. Seeing now this new world of, okay, we're gonna take this real car that we built in the real world and put it into the digital world. And so we just started playing around with these ideas, and then this NFT thing really started going crazy, and it was like, okay, we have all this archives of all these builds, whether they're ones we've done or ones that we wanted to do that we didn't do. Let's release them in this way where people can collect them and it becomes this world. Because I think in that video game space and in that digital world, it's like people always want to customize their car. You know, I have kids that play video games all day long, and it's like you buy pieces in a game to customize your car. You don't get it, but it's like they spend it and I pay for it. So this world really does exist, and it's growing and it's growing. And now art collectors are collecting these art pieces that we might as well, you know, release our art to the world. And I think that's when it really started becoming serious. And we did this event here last week, and it was like, wow, there's people that are making a ton of money in this world, and we don't have to build cars anymore. We have all these archives and all these designs. We could sit upstairs and design cars all day long, sell them in the digital world, and then we don't have to build cars anymore. That's cool. But for me, you know, in my passion, I love seeing the actual real car being built and the process of that. But maybe this is a way to be able to do both. At the end of the day, it's making people's dreams a reality.
Coming up next.
Creator Now came from this idea that Eric went from 0 to 1 million subscribers in 2020. What do those million people care about?
The goal was to give all those people at home everything they need to actually be successful.
This, where you are right now, is exactly what you've been looking for.
Creator Now is basically everything that I wish I would have had when I first started YouTube.
Those who tell the stories rule the world.
Creator to me means entrepreneur. The next generation of creators will be the creative entrepreneurs of the future.
Oh my God.
Creator Now came from this idea that Eric went from 0 to 1 million subscribers in 2020. What do those million people care about?
The goal was to give all those people at home everything they need to actually be successful as a creator, because there's nobody out there that really teaches you how to do that. I'm Eric Decker. You might know me as Eric, co-founder of Creator Now, and this is my hustle. When I was younger, I always was kind of like an outcast. I was like a really quiet kid, didn't love talking to people. Making videos was the only way I really knew how to communicate with others. When I was like in 5th grade, I found out that YouTube was a thing, and ever since that point, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. Before starting YouTube, I was living in a back room of a house in Atlanta, where I'm from. I was just scraping together money to pay rent every month. I worked at a Christmas tree farm. I spent one summer cleaning boats for the entire summer, and then in order to avoid going to college, I started a production company. All of those skills and all those little odd jobs leading up to YouTube prepared me to be successful at what I'm doing right now. So the beginning of the YouTube channel started with me basically having cut off all of my other income streams, and I am deciding that I want to be a YouTuber. Not only that, I'm going to go from 0 to 1 million subscribers in a year. That's the goal. So I start the channel by riding my electric skateboard across the entire state of California. Thought that would be a banger video. Got probably 300 views. After that video, I'm pumping out video after video after video every single week, trying to grow the channel. The first video that actually popped off was this video where I basically sneak into Dan Bilzerian's Valentine's Day party. So I fly to California, sneak into Dan's party as a fake cameraman, document the entire thing, and then upload the video to YouTube. Video gets like 1 million views in 3 days. The channel starts growing, and it was like the craziest endorphin rush of my entire life. The rush was pretty short-lived, however. A lawyer showed up at my door in Atlanta, basically serving me papers, and said if I didn't take the video down in 3 days, they were gonna fine me $250,000. So I took the video down. I'm hoping one day I can re-upload the video and just take the $250,000 fine, maybe. One day. I'm 25 years old. One of the hardest parts about being a young person running a business like this is finding the right teammates to work on the thing with you.
Him and I connected very early in his career, and we joined forces to see if we can help him get to 1 million subscribers in 2020, and we got there with 4 or 5 days left in the year. We looked at one another and kind of were like, we got to be able to teach some of the things that we learned on this journey to other aspiring creators. When we looked at what was out there in the creator economy, we realized man, it's boring. It's all pre-recorded videos. You can't learn sports through watching LeBron James play. You gotta dribble, you gotta go out there, you gotta actually work on your game. We focus on action-based learning, where it actually comes from collaboration with peers, where you actually shoot videos and put the things that you've learned into action.
So every 6 weeks, we let in 300 people to Creator Now, and we basically just focus on these people and try to make them the best possible creator they can be.
I personally, at times in my life, have been what I would consider a blocked creative. And so I come at it from that lens and this understanding of the people that are coming to us and being like, hey, help me figure this thing out. That lens is the thing that's driving me every day.
Creator Now is all about building consistency, building frequency, being a prolific creator, but we also want to be able to provide ample opportunities for creators to take mental health leaves and breaks. I think a lot of creators are trying to blow up overnight, and they'll stay up for weeks on end to try to get their first 10 videos to have one pop off. And we believe that the way that the creator journey should be started is really seeing it as a marathon and not a sprint.
The people who are actually long-term successful at being a creator are people who have spent years perfecting their craft and then spend years and years and years delivering that craft to an audience. That's the only way.
I work at a company called One Entertainment. One Entertainment is a digital management company. Creator Now is a company that we started with one of our clients, Eric. Creator Now is a fusion of ideas that come from Zach, myself, and Eric, and all of our various different influences. I think all three of us were really kind of frustrated with the school experience that we each had, where you're sitting in this campus with all of this kind of untapped human potential, and all we're doing is partying.
Before I was in Creator Now, I was working at a restaurant, and I was just waiting tables. The second that I decided to take the leap of the golden opportunity, one of my favorite YouTubers saying, hey, I've made this course, it was a no-brainer for me to take the leap.
To have the community of Creator Now and have all of them back you up. I would upload a video or talk about something and I'm not confident in it and I might not have liked it, but everyone's so encouraging and be like, how about fix this and this and this? So I think the community is the best part of it.
It's constant collaboration. I think you can always learn something from someone. Being in sort of a boiler room environment is super beneficial for everyone.
Kate is driven by principle and impact and change. She is, unlike most people, not motivated by the money or the fame or anything like that a lot of people are tainted by. Zach's superpower is this ability to be unendingly positive. This office we're in could be on fire right now, and Zach would be like, guys, it's fine, I have a couple fire extinguishers. That's his thing. We could be in a horrible situation, and Zach will find a way to, one, fix it, and two, put a positive spin on the whole thing.
You did it!
The reason it's so important for me to positively influence the next generation of creators was because I came from this small town, and the way that I got out and found a community of people was through the internet and through YouTube. So I feel this really strong sense of obligation to do that for some kid out in Iowa right now who needs to see that there are other options outside of whatever's in their community. When I first started, it was triggered by basically desperation. I probably had negative $27,000 to my name. I like to call it my horrendously down bad stage. It was really terrible, and I think being in a horrible situation like that is what motivated me to really step out and do this whole thing. We get a very limited time on planet Earth. That means that I want to push myself every single day to live with no regrets. The question I operate on is while we're here, what can we do to make impact? I genuinely want everyone in that community to be as big as a creator as humanly possible. I want them to pass me in subscribers. I think that would be awesome.